my 13 years on drugs was cut short. Well, I stopped in between here and there. It just got boring, same repetitive stuff. But I left for Florida during this time for 2 years in 2017 to 2019. There, I went there clean, so with the intent of never going back to it. Of course, the first person I meet is a gay dude, and he offers me up to smoke a pipe. I was like, sure, whatever. I might as well. Between there, I ended up trickle down effect. I met a bunch of other guys and hung out with them, got high. Still work 2 jobs with Lane Corp and a few others, but they still went down there. Just like this, the meth lord just follows me around. But by the end of it, I met a friend. I'm not gonna say his name because he got in a lot of trouble. But he met this other group of people that guaranteed their products would get to their door and never get touched by anybody. But he was getting a lot of stuff in the mail, allegedly. I say that. But allegedly, also, I told him, like, hey, you got a lot going on. You need to slow it down. You're having Grinder parties, which is gay parties off of an app called Grinder. You need to slow it down. You got a lot going on. My gut tells me you need to stop. You having all these random strangers in your house, you're gonna get in a lot of trouble. He wouldn't listen. So one day I just got scared, I guess you can call that. I just left and quit going over there completely. And then during all this time, I decided to go back to Indiana to finish up my registry, which my plea agreement was 2 years in prison, which is 2009 and 2011 at Newcastle facility. And then I got out, 6 months parole, maxed out. Parole officer was great, passed that, everything was fine. I didn't have to follow any of the regular rules. I was allowed to, my background, everything was allowed to touch the school properties. Nobody, it was a special case type of deal. They didn't care too much about what I was doing. I did my normal reporting. I did everything the best I could. I followed the rules to the T, registered all emails, all phone numbers, everything, kept it up to date. But they, since I went to Florida and came back and nobody told me, they decided to switch me from 10-year registry, which I should have been done in 2021. They switched me to lifetime. Well, Florida did. And DOC won't release me of that or abide by my original plea agreement. I didn't move to Florida knowing this. I didn't know. Nobody warned me about this. Nobody told me about it when I got there. I just found about it when I moved back to Indiana to finish it out. So I got a lot of stuff going on with that, which I feel that's very wrong with the system. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's just how that is. That's how it's happened so far. So since 2021 to now, I'm still in the registry. I have to be. But